Good morning, everyone. My name is S. Vishnuvardhan, lecturer in mechanical department. My subject is manufacturing technology 2 for C18 scheme. Subject code is M405 C for diploma in mechanical engineering candidates. My chapter name is finishing processes, and subtopics is the metal spraying and organic coatings. First one is the metal spraying. Metal spraying or metalling is used to furnish a protective coating on base metal. In the method, the surface of metal is coated with finely divided particles of metals for spraying. The surface is prepared and then molten metal is sprayed on the work surface. Metal spraying or metallizing literally means to treat with or coat with a metal or metallic compound. Metallizing as a process normally includes the preparation of base material, the spraying on the metal, and finally finishing the surface by grinding. Basically, there are two types of equipments used for metal spraying. One is the metallic gun, which consists of a gas torch with a hole in the center of the tip for the wire, a small air turbine, and gears to feed in the wire through the tip into the flame as fast as it melts, and gear to feed in the fire through the tip into the flame. It melts an air cap around the torch tip and a nozzle which supplies a blast of air to atomize the molten metal and deposit on the prepared surface. The application of both the methods are important in their respective fields. The powder gun having or no turbine, or on other hand metal is less expensive in wire form than in powder form. Metal in wire form is more readily available and more easily handled. Handled metallic gun using metal in the wire form is mostly commonly used. The wire is fed into the spray gun at a definite rate melted by an oxyacetylene flame and then blown on the surface being coated by compressed air. A sectional view of metal spraying gun is shown in figure. The surface of parent metal is properly prepared as the bond between the sprayed metal and parent metal is purely mechanical. The surface is cleaned by the blasting with sharp silica sand or angular steel grit. Cylindrical objects are prepared by machining small grooves uh, on the surface, followed by rolling over the tops of these grooves with a tool similar to the knurling tool. This is the line diagram of metallizing gun. It consists of compressed air, oxyacetylene or oxyhydrogen gas nozzle, air cap, wires, metered wire, melted wire, atomized spray, sprayed metal, prepared base metal. From distance to melted wire to means wires to base metal is distance from 100 to 250 maximum. 250 maximum. This is the wire method. The coating material is in the form of wire. Wire. It is melted by means of oxyacetylene flame. The molten metal is fully atomized by using compressed air and atomized molten metal. Spray is projected onto a prepared work surface to form adherent coating. Metal is less expensive in wire form. It is more readily available and easily handled. However, it requires gates to feed the wire through the tip into the flame as fast as it melts. With this method, the coating may be applied successfully not only to metals but also to glass, wood, asbestos, and certain plastics. And next one is the powder method. In powder method, coating metal is in the powder form and is fed from the container through a rubber hose to spray gun. The powder sprays method uses an oxyacetylene welding torch with modified tip which permits the powdered metals to be sprayed through the flame. A gas or compressed air convey the powder metal to the torch tip. Coating metal is already in the atomized form and hence air is required to deposit the molten metal on the surface being coated. The equipment powder costs less. It has no gates and is lighter to handle. Cost of metal powder is high and metal in the powder is not readily available. It is used for hard facing. Basically, chromium nickel compositions too, which boron or silicon and phosphorus are added. added. The coating thickness ranges from 0.8 mm to 1.8 mm. It's a heavier deposited or required. In this figure is powder method. It consists of thermosprayed powder, thermosphere, gun, aspirating gas, fuel gas. Here, observe two types of gases are used, and nozzle burning gases. Burning gases distance from nozzle to base metal is a 100 to 250 mm, and sprayed metal is attached to the base metal, and the spray stream it is a uh, like pull type. And in powder method, coating is in powder form and is feed from the container through a rubber hose to spray can. And powder method uses an oxyacetylene welding torch with modified tip. It permits powder metal to be sprayed through the flame. A gas or compressed air convey the powder metal to the torch tip. In this, coating metal is already in the atomized form, and hence air is required to deposit the molten metal on the surface being coated. The equipment for powder method costs less. It has no gates and is lighter to handle. The cost of metal powder is high, and metal in the powder form is not available. Powder method is used for hard facing. Powders used for coatings are basically chromium nickel composition too, which boron or silicon and phosphorus are added. The coating thickness range already discussed. Some points is the 0.08 to 1.8 mm. It is heavier deposits are required. Second pass is made. The coating forms a true bond and can withstand abrasion, erosion, corrosion, and heat. And applications of metal spraying. Metal spraying is the process widely employed in industry because of its economy and the rapidity with which the metal can be applied. Also, there is no distortion of the work, and work surface is free from internal stresses. Applications of metal spraying include applications of aluminium and zinc on iron and steel surface to protect against corrosion. Hard facing on soft material surfaces to resist wear and abrasion. Hard facing metals such as chromium nickel base powders are readily available. Copper is sprayed on non metallic parts to render them soldering to increase the conductivity of carbon brushes for motors and generators, and also to increase thermal conductivity of metal surfaces. Other applications of metal spraying include decorative films and reflecting surfaces. The surfaces to be sprayed must be absolutely clean and sufficiently roughened to deposit maximum amount of coating. The following methods are employed for surface preparation. First one is the blasting. Surface is prepared by blasting. Blasting with clean, sharp, crushed steel, grit, or sharp silica sand against the surface by compressed air will provide re-entrant angles for mechanical bonding. Next one is the machining. The exceptionally strong bond is provided by machining small grooves on the surface followed rolling down the ridges with a knurling tool. This process is used for cylindrical surfaces. Next one is the organic coatings. The following materials are mostly used for organic coatings. First one is the oil-based prints, lacquers, varnishes, enamels, bituminous paints, rubber base paints. First one is the organic coating are used to provide a decorative as well as protective finish to the metal surface. The main function of organic coating are protection of material against corrosion and weathering, improvement of visibility through luminescence and better reflectivity, improvement of appearance, achieve abrasion resistance, provide electrical and thermal insulation, sealing of porous casting and weldments. Next one, ingredients. Organic coatings always contains a vehicle pigments and a drier vehicle contains a binder that forms the film and holds the pigment. It also contains thinner that assists in the application of coating. Dryers are catalysts. The hardness the film after it has been applied. Pigment performs number of functions in addition to their effect on appearance and color. They improve the durability and strength of the film. Next one is the oil based paints. This paint consists of linseed oil, pigments means white lead, red lead, Prussian blue, and thinner. Thinner is removing of rust or colors on the materials. Turpentine or other solvents. Coating film dries by evaporation of the solvent, but mainly oxidation of the vehicle. Linseed oil. Oil based paints makes an excellent coating for wood and is sometimes used on steel structure. It completely covers the surface and a variety of colors can be obtained to enhance the appearance of the finished product. Next one is lacquers. Lacquers are quick drying coatings. The film formed by liquid dries by evaporation of solvent. Most liquids are made of nitrocellulose dissolved in solvent with pigment added for color. However, modified liquids means ethyl cellulose for alkali resistance, cellulose acetate for heat and oil resistance, are developed to obtain desired characteristics. The main drawback is the lower coverage and at least two coats are required. The durability of the film is poor as compared with organic coatings. Next one is the varnish. Varnish is a resin nature or synthetic dissolved in oil. Oil means tung oil and it does not contain pigments. Pigments tung oil uses and applications of tung oil finish means it is used for finishing process. Ensure surfaces are clean and dry. Maintenance and repair. Benefits of tung oil as a woodworking finish. Tung oil is also known as China wood oil, Lumbanch oil, Nike's abrasion, simply wood oil, and is made. and sorry, the solvent such as turpentine are added to increase fluidity. Sometimes dryer is added during cooking. Varnish produces hard film which can have toughness and durability. Suited for electrical equipment, varnish characteristics can be modified by changing the ratio of resin and oil by adherence to smooth surface. Their durability is very satisfactory, making them ideally suited for vehicle finishes. And varnishes is the and varnishes uses of can be used to protect wooden surfaces like windows, doors, floors, and roof trusses from the atmosphere. Different varnishes exist for specific needs. Spirit varnish, partially comprised comprised varnishes of alcohol that creates a protective film upon evaporation is most often used on musical instruments, and some varnishes paintings traditionally applied to keep paintings protected from all the dust, dirty smokes, etc. in the atmosphere. The varnish provides a non porous protective layer that is removable for conservation purposes. It serves as its aesthetic purpose, also provide protection. And next topic is the enamels. Enamels or varnishes uses which pigments are added. This provides coating that is harder and more abrasion resistance than many of than type of coating. This is mostly used on automotive, electrical, and domestic appliances. It is a refurbishing barbecue grill through the clean the outer surface of the painting door casing gets a lots of ups, so it makes sense to apply a highly revitalizing outdoor furniture and enamel is a wire using a wire brushing. Definitely it is defined more by its qualities than by its content. In the broad essence. Enamel paint means any solvent based paint that dries to a hard vitreous like gloss. Cell solvent based paint are also called oil based paint. In contrast with water based paint, enamel paint springboards of root words that refers to melting. True enamel is a glass coating that is melted or lean baked at extremely high temperature onto metal or ceramics. Enamel paint products is much clever marketing move as physical products. Powder coatings has largely replaced baked enamel coating for industrial applications. However, enamel paint's main composition came when synthetic latex paints were introduced. After World War, enamel paint still has some association with hard shelled items such as large appliances like refrigerator and washing machines. Through this are no powder coated, and bituminous paints, it is a solvent type material in which coal tar is dissolved. The solvent evaporates, leaving bituminous film on the surface. Filler are added. It is used in road construction since ancient times. Greater proportion of bitumen used in construction today is obtained from crude petroleum. Fillers are added when heavier coating are needed. Coal tar paints have high resistance to water. When exposed to the sun, the film buckle and cracks. It is obtained by fractional distillation process, in which the simpler components of the crude petroleum such as white spirit, kerosene, fuel oil, light, medium, and heavy lubricating oil, which have lower boiling points, are evaporated, leaving behind the bitumen. According to India standards institutions, bitumen can define as a non-crystalline, solid or viscous material having adhesive properties. It is derived from crude petroleum either by natural or refinery process. It is substantially soluble in carbon disulfide. Bitumen is black or brown in color. It is the properties of materials, consistency, durability, or resistance of weathering. Rate of curing, resistance to water actions. Properties of bituminous material, consistency effect of temperature on consideration at some specified temperature. And rubber base coating, it consists of rubber dissolved in solvent. They are used for protection reasons and decorative purposes. The important type of rubber based coating are chlorinated rubber, Nepron and Hyplan. Rubber spray coating and rubber coated rollers can be taken as example of industrial applications of rubber coating. And important applications of rubber coating is rubber roof coating is used to repair or recast, and rubber paint also made from synthetic rubber, but unlike latex paint they from a thick protective coating. For example, liquid rubber produces a membrane as a 20 thickness. And first one is the chlorinated rubber. Chlorinated rubber, it have high resistance to water. They also resist acid, alkalis, salts, alcohol and mineral oil. They are not resist to oil and grease and have limited range of colors. These are used for protective reasons rather than decorative ones. And why do people use chlorinated rubber paint? Means it is a protection, hygiene and appearance. And protection means it is a chlorinated rubber paint is used situations where a surface is exposed to the elements. Hygiene is a primary factor in the use of chlorinated rubber paint. It is the ideal coating in areas. And one is the appearance. It is the painted with chlorinated rubber paint can be kept clean easily. And it is a strong and resilient thermoplastic resin, and it is a soluble at incombustible material. The chlorine content makes it both versatile and extremely robust. For coating, medium viscosity rubber are used, meaning that the resulting paint is thick but air dry. Please note that chlorinated rubber paint is not a rubberized paint. And it is a rubber paint, highly versatile paint can be applied to an extensive range of surface types including brickwork, concrete, steel and wood, negating the need to switch paint cover different materials. And next one is the Nepron. It consists of Nepron dissolved in solvent. then dry by evaporation of the solvent, leaving a film. It is a resist alkalis, many acids, alcohol, salts, and oils. And it is also Nepron. Some uses to the laptop sleeves, wetsuits, small boards, and shoes. Means boots. Wetsuits. Nepron is a well-known component in wetsuits. Fly fishing waders Nepron is also used to make fly fishing waders. Professional diving suits by providing compression resistance. Nepron is an excellent component is professional diving suits, life jackets, home goods, knee and elbow pads, industrial uses. And Nepron is a type rubber that does not break down in sun, wind or water. It is also physically tough, resistance to burning, can withstand both hot and cold temperature, uh, and remains unaffected by contact with various oils and chemicals. For these reasons, it has many uses ranging from wetsuits and fly fishing waders to laptop sleeves and iPad holders. And third one is the Hypalon. It is also rubber. It is also used as single fly roping membranes and as a surface coat material on radars owing to its radar transparent quality. Hyplon is used in the construction of the decking of modern snowshoes, replacing Neopron as a lighter, strong alternative. It is a chlorosulfonated polyethylene. It provides resistance to oxidizing agent. It has good temperature resistance from 60 degrees to 150 degrees. They are available in many colors. Hyplon coatings are used for protective reasons as well as decorative purposes. And some advantages of Hyplon: its thermal, mechanical, and electrical characteristics offered many benefits for specialized and unique applications. Hyplon was born when polymer chemistry efforts to produce a material superior to a natural polysporinic, and Bentley Robo resulted in the very useful synthetic rubber. Hyplon means it is a trademark of chlorosulfonated polyethylene synthetic rubber CSM, noted for its resistance to chemical temperature extremes and ultraviolet light. It was a product of DuPont Performance Elastomers subsidiary of DuPont. And it also wides it was common high performance material used for the insulation of wire, and the jacketing of cable is thermal, mechanical, and electrical characteristics by benefits for specialized and unique applications. Okay, thank you.